Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of Paranormasight. I'm joined by Saba. Hello.
Hello. It's technically not episode 1, though, right? You've already done some of this?
So, I deleted my save because I was thinking about it.
Oh my god!
I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, I do actually think that this game is good enough to deserve like a full plate from us.
Just to be informative, Zach had started this game.
I did.
Last time
I
when
did the entire prologue, which is about like 5 or 6 hours long.
Yeah,
or rather,
so
it took me 5 or 6 hours, to be fair.
And so he had come back to me, being like, "Yeah, I don't want to restart it because it took me like clearly like hyperbole of like 12 hours to finish like the prologue." And I was like, "Okay, no worries," but he's deleted his save.
Well,
so here we go.
As I says, I was thinking about it, and it's like the prologue does a really great job of establishing not only like the scenario that the game has, but also like the vibes that the game is going to be giving off for the entire like game. Now that being said,
how long is the game?
Apparently the game is only like 12 to 13 hours.
Okay.
So yeah.
What day is it today?
Today's Sunday.
No, I know. The 17th. When is 27th? Haha. Okay. I'm okay. My fall decor is gonna come in, I think, by next Sunday. So
thank you for that great non sequitur, Saba. I appreciate it. So
I was just thinking about it. I was like, this is more of a scary game, and we're going into the scary season now.
Well,
so
what Saba doesn't realize
fitting.
is that for the next couple Sundays in a row, we are going to be playing only spooky games, not scary games. Spooky games.
I appreciate the distinction.
But Saba doesn't get to know what they are ahead of time. I mean, I told her about Paranormasight.
I am automatically vetoing some options, and Zach knows it.
You have no power here. You're a woman.
You'll see how much power I have. Okay.
Episode 1 of Paranormasight already got the misogyny in there. We're fine. Yes. So, yes, just in case it's not totally clear by like the kind of like off-kilter setup that I have going on here for my overlay, Paranormasight is a little fucked up. I will once again, not that anybody actually watches this garbage, but like I will let you know, I guess for Saba's sake as well. This game definitely shows some stuff that's not super cool. It shows like people's flesh melting off their body as they burn to death. It shows people whose eyeballs are gorging out of their head from drowning in like water and stuff. Like, it's very intense at points, but it's not like gratuitous. Like from what I saw in like the prologue, it always like made sense because it was showing the horror of like what's happening in the scenario as opposed to look at this dead body. So, I will ask you before I hit start game.
Okay.
Do you want to do voice acting or no? Because this is very it's very Ace Attorney-like, where it's typically like two characters talking back and forth.
We could if you want, I guess. Why not?
Okay. I mean, we'll play it by ear a little bit, but the reason I ask is because that means I'm probably going to have to do the first thing that happens. You ready to go?
Yes, I'm very thankful that Twitch automatically labels this as a mature game after what I've heard you say. This has, so... Not for kids. Oh, did you know it's made by Square Enix?
Ah, you are here. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
I have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the storyteller. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shall be your guide going forward. Now then. Before we begin our story, there are several things I must bring to your attention. First, this game uses autosave. Could you imagine in real life just talking to a guy and he's like, but before we begin, let you know, this carnival ride uses autosave. Like, what are you talking about? The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Saving is an important element of games. It is the only way to keep your memories in place. If
Are we
you
slowly
do not
zooming in
wish
on
to
him?
rely, shut up. If you do not wish to rely on autosave alone, you can also save
taking that
manually via the menu. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. From here, you can check the text log, view useful files, and switch auto mode on and off. So it's very much like Ace Attorney, where you can just auto through dialogue if you want.
Okay, yeah.
You can also
Seems
adjust
familiar.
the brightness, volume, and other settings in the options
Thank
menu.
you.
For instance, if there is a voice you would prefer not to hear, you can mute it by setting the
Wait, is
voice
that-
volume to 0.
Is that like foreshadowing? If they're like, there are scary sounds, but I guess you won't know
Oh.
until later.
I suggest you check the brightness controls and other settings now before going on.
Ah.
That's fine. That's okay, right? Like that's
See, that's the thing. They prompted you to go look, right? So they knew it. They knew what you were gonna see.
I think we're okay. I turned down my volume natively a little bit, so we should be fine.
Chromatic. Oh, the blue and the.
It's
I think on
the
is
color.
okay.
It's the color shift a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it because it's like VHS stuff, but also I'm okay with the fuzz.
Post processing removes it automatically.
Really? I'm good with this, I think. Yeah, we should be fine.
Good old WASD.
Hello! No. Files updated. Open updates page. How to play. Thank you.
And this music is very kind of like Ace Attorney Late
It's like
Mask as well.
waltzy.
I know.
Boom, bum, bum. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. Ah, there is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. It would feel strange to go on without knowing your name. Please tell me what I may call you. I mean, you'll be surprised to know I'm just gonna go by Obo.
I'm shocked, truly. Did you write Obo Tolkien or
I
Obo?
did not. I said Obo. So what do you think, Saba? Yes or no?
I mean that is you.
Right, but I said.
But it's a long name.
But I said Obo.
right? You want to say no? See what it says?
Oh, how rude of me. Please pardon my mistake. I was sure that's what you said, but it seems I was wrong. What came over me? Let me try again.
Ah,
You wish to be called
they're
Obo?
messing with us already.
I see. Very good. I seem to have gotten it right this time. All right. Now that we've been properly introduced, let us begin our story. Presented by Obo. Ahem.
That's pretty good.
From antiquity to the present day, regardless of how society and civilization evolve, death has been a constant presence that none have ever escaped.
Well, thank you.
Whether it is one's own or that of someone close, death is always a difficult thing to accept. This is an immutable reality, a value shared by all, no matter the age in which they live. In fact, oral traditions reflecting people's fears and prayers regarding death still remain. Ghosts, spirits, and so on. Similarly, in attempt to defy death, many curses, rituals, and customs have been born, from burning spirit incense to summoning the souls of the dead. Some of those secret arts are still being passed down to this day.
I didn't realize we'd be getting a death lecture. but-
Oh,
Okay.
on that note, Obo, this may seem rather abrupt, but
But you're dead.
is there
Oh,
someone you wish to
never
bring
mind.
back from the dead?
Zach
Mm.
turns to look at you, huh? Huh?
What if? What if you had one chance to use the secret art of resurrecting the dead? Yes, if you had the power to bring someone back to life, one time and one time only. what would you do?
I don't think I have anyone that I would want.
I'd use it even if I had to sacrifice myself. I'd use it if I had, even if I had to sacrifice someone. I'd use it if it came at no cost. I wouldn't want it. Let someone else have it. I would say number 3 personally. Like, yeah, if it costs nothing, I can think of a couple people I would love to bring back. Would I be willing to sacrifice myself to bring them back? Probably not.
Well, then by that point, because like you want to bring them back so you can be with them, right? So if the first option just kind of throws that last bit out, I guess some people are like that for certain people.
Like, I don't know, because like in my mind, like, to be perfectly frank, like the person that I'm thinking of is my Uncle Ron, because like he was taken too early, right? He was a young guy when he died of cancer, and so it's like I would love to bring him back. I would not be sacrificing myself to do so. I would not be sacrificing someone else because that's really fucked up, you know. And then, but I don't want it. No, am I stupid? Like, what do you mean? So I would say
there are some people that would say like the second one. If you had like the option to just like throw an evil person under the bus, you know?
Yeah, but that's not what it says, right? It says
no. I know. I'm saying like if that was like a thing that someone could do, I could definitely
had the option
imagine
of bringing my Uncle Ron back in exchange for killing 100 child molesters. Yeah, that's an easy trade. However, that's not what it said. It just said someone else.
So.
I see. Very interesting. Yes. That is what I thought you'd say.
I mean, human psychology is pretty probably consistent on this.
What seems to be the matter?
Sir, you're too close. That's what's the matter, okay? Take a step back.
You want to know what this box that has been sitting here is? It's quite the curious thing, isn't it? This is called a color television.
Yo, what's that? Never heard of that.
Funny enough, there's actually probably kids that don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nuts to think about.
Yeah.
It has a screen on. Is it some sort of like weird phone? The world I will be sending you to is full of devices such as this that do not exist in the age you are from. In this era, a color television can be found in nearly every household. That's not all. For example, if a person should wish to contact someone while they are out of their home, they would use public telephones like this that can be found all over the city.
I'm glad I'm getting a history lesson too.
Can you imagine what life would be like in such a time? I'd be thrilled to have you continue this story, Obo. After all, this is why you came here, no? So let us begin. I have kept you waiting long enough. I present to you PARANORMASIGHT, a bizarre tale surrounding the curse known as the Rite of Resurrection. A peculiar yarn ensnaring 9 men and women in a fierce fight for their lives as it unravels. Some of the characters appearing within surely share your views on the Rite of Resurrection. I imagine those who have lost someone dear to them will feel particularly strongly about it, clinging to it as their last desperate hope. The first I shall introduce you to is a man named Shogo Okie. Is one of them. I read it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sabo, would you do me the honors? Because I'm probably going to have to be voicing this motherfucker. Would you do me the honors of being the voice of text?
Sure.
We'll just start with this for now, and then I'll scroll.
Shogo is an unremarkable young man entering his 3rd year of working in the planning department at Hihaku Soaps, a chemical company headquartered in Sumida. Born in Western Tokyo to an ordinary family around the same time as the birth of color TV, he grew up amidst the boom of special effect, heavy action films, anime variety shows, professional baseball, and pop music. Shogo graduated from a famous private university in Tokyo and has since settled into an apolitical mindset, common among those of his generation, with no strong ideals and no particular dissatisfaction with the world as it develops around him. He is content to just go with the flow, having stumbled into his current position by pure chance. And it is safe to assume he will follow the stereotypical path of working his way up the ladder, starting a family, and remaining at the same company until retirement. He plays folk guitar as a hobby and is currently looking for a girlfriend.
Oh, nice. It appears, however, that we actually have 2 articles.
Ooh, storyteller. The storyteller guides those who visit PARANORMASIGHT. Everything else about him remains a mystery.
Very interesting. Breaking news! Oh, I wonder what that could be at such a time. Alright, this morning, the body of a drowned man was discovered at a park in Sumida City. Police have identified the body of Shogo Okie, a 25-year-old man who worked at a company in the area. As signs of struggle were found, the Sumida police suspect foul play and have launched an investigation. Oh, excuse me. Please pay no mind to what you have just seen. Goodness, you very nearly saw something that would have spoilt the story.
Oh, I guess he's dead in the end. Well,
just
that's
pretend
it.
you didn't see that. Let us Let's turn back time a smidge and start again from there. Do you understand? You saw nothing.
I don't know. I feel like nothing. I saw something. I don't know.
This is a story. Or this story is a work of fiction. All locations, characters, organizations, legends, etc. that appear in this game have no relation to reality.
And please do not mimic them in real life.
You definitely don't want to do that for a lot of these. Just from the stuff that was in the prologue, it's like, ugh. I believe this is you, Saba. You're going to see the character in a moment. Surprise, surprise, it is a woman. But
wow.
You don't know what she's like just quite yet, so you can feel free to like feel out her voice if you want to do something unique, or you can just do her voice. It's your choice.
I'll just go normal for this. Just go, Shogo. Shogo, are you all right? Hey, can you hear me?
Huh?
Hey, that's not a proper answer. Earth to Shogo Oki. What do you think you're doing falling asleep here? You gave me quite the shock.
Did you say Shogo Oki?
Yeah, so I like my mind went to going Oki, not Okie. So I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is Okie though.
Okay, I'll try to go.
No, but I like it Oki.
Well, that's the thing. It's almost like Shogo Oki.
Shogo Oki.
Yeah, it sounds nice. Yeah. I read it.
You did?
Yeah. Come on now, up with you. Up. Okay, and there. How's that? All right? You feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance?
I'm fine, I think. There's definitely nothing wrong with my humors, though my head's still a little fuzzy.
Office worker. Shogo. Okay. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Turn your head around a little bit to see if you can walk all right.
Are you ready for the tutorial on how to look around? So, genuinely, this is one of the things that's really cool about this game.
It's interesting.
For the most part, we are going to be playing this game as if we are doing Google Maps.
First person?
No.
Google. Okay. That's
we
what you
are
meant.
locked on the spot looking around, and occasionally there'll be a thing where it's like, hey, click here to move to this location. But for the most part, it's stuff like this.
All right.
So it's like,
oh, we have a 360 view. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, Google Maps.
Google Maps.
So it's really funny because it's like, this is clearly just a 360 image of like a real ass place.
This is a work of fiction. Woo! Good. You seem to be fine. What a relief.
Can I?
Do you remember
Sorry.
anything, like where we are or what we were doing? Okay,
I am gonna cheat a little bit because I don't remember this being here the first time that I played. The first time I played, I believe it was just
It knows. It knows you.
It knows I deleted my save. I think that's fine though. But this game has some really weird achievements to it as well, by the way. Like the vast majority of achievements on the like Steam list are hidden, right? So you just don't know what they are. I could Google them, but I don't.
I think you showed it to me.
Well, the thing is that I got 2 achievements recently where yesterday, after we got back in from the fire pit, I launched the game to delete my save file, and I got an achievement that was called
for
like
deleting it.
No, I got it. Well, no, I got an achievement that was like come back to the game after 3 days of being away, which is very weird. Like, there's an achievement specifically to not play the game for 3 days and then come back, or at least 3 days. But then the other one I got was play the game in the middle of the night. And I'm like, what?
No.
And both of them, like, one of them was called like "Don't be a quitter," or sorry, one was called "Not a quitter," and the other one was like, I enjoy the spooky stuff or something like that, or I enjoy scary things, and it's like, okay. Anywho, I'm just gonna say the Rite of Resurrection since we already know that that's what we're doing.
Huh? Wait a second. When did I tell you about that? I mean, I guess I must have, seeing as you know that name, but weird.
So I don't know. Clearly, the game
what did she say?
Clearly, the game is totally willing to fuck with us here. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember that option being there the first time that I played. Previously,
what did she say when you just said
When I said she went into this. She didn't talk about the Rite of Resurrection. She started talking, and she might do it here, but she started talking about these like 7 legends, where the idea is that there's actually 9. They're called the 7 legends of Hojo or something like that, or Hanjo, something like that. But there's actually 9, which is really funny because there's like 2 that people don't talk about. And she's like, yeah, we're here at this park because rumor has it that one of the legends involves this area. And if we can figure out what connects all the legends together, we will be able to do the Rite of Resurrection. And when pressed as to why does she want to do the Rite of Resurrection, does she have someone she wants to bring back, she just goes, I just think it's cool.
Okay.
Which I very strongly believe to be a lie, but I don't know.
I mean, there are some people that are like, like supernatural nerds.
Hey,
but
guess what, Saba?
Supernatural. Yes. Anyway, you still seem a little out of it. Why don't you look around a bit more?
Look around and select things you want to investigate. You can converse with people by selecting their faces.
The idea of selecting a face is kind of weird, too.
I will let you know, the game does some really interesting stuff. I genuinely do not know if this game is going to get a sequel at some point, but I would love it, because I was completely flabbergasted later when I met a character whose face was hidden in the shadow of their hood, meaning I couldn't talk to them because I couldn't click their face.
There we go. Exactly. What is it? The wording of clicking on their face stood out to me. So there you go. That's where that comes in.
Where are we? Oh, right. This is Subida City, Tokyo. We're at Kinshibori Park, near Kinshicho Station. We're
struggling a little
so
bit.
much practice,
just a little bit.
Yoko brought me here saying she needed my help with something important. It's just past midnight. That explains why there's nobody else around. All right, Saba. Look, and it shows you the map of the fucking prefecture.
Nice. Sumida City, Tokyo. One of the 23 districts of Tokyo, located in the eastern part of the city. It is surrounded by the Sumida, Arakawa, and Kunaka rivers. At the start of the Showa era, the era was still divided into two districts, the southern Honjo and northern Mukojima. But they were merged into one district after the Second World War. It is said to be named after the Sumida River and the banks that line it. Unlike the river, however, its name uses the character for ink rather than that for corner. Even now, people still frequently mix up the two. Despite suffering extensive damage from both the Great Kanto earthquake and air bombing during the war, Sumida managed to recover and come out on top every time. Once filled with samurai residents, it is now home to a thriving industrial district and many residential zones, though evidence of its previous character can still be found all around the area.
Major landmark.
Okay, you want to do the blue ones?
I was gonna do the lists, just so that way you're not killing yourself.
Sure, feel free.
Major landmarks, tourist attractions. The Eco Temple, former Yasuda Gardens, site of Kira Kozukensuke's residence. Kozukensuke. There's an O in there. Kozukensuke. That's fucking 3 names. I don't know Japanese, so to me that's 3 names. You could call someone Kozu, Keno, and Suke, and those would be 3 different people. This person was greedy as shit. They took 3 names.
Oh my god, look, your name's after the Honjo. Okay, we'll just read this.
Zach Nacho. Honjo Matsuzakacho Park. Man, God, I love this so much. It makes me feel like I'm in like preschool again. Matsukacho. You forgot the za.
It's probably Matsuzakacho or something like that. I don't know. We're all guessing here.
Matsuzakacho. Anyway, Sumida Park, Tokyo Metropolitan Memorial Hall, and Mukojima Hayaken Gardens. So these are all the like tourist attractions. And then we have this one.
Kinshibori Park.
Look at this real ass picture. Look at that real picture.
Open 1950, conveniently close to Kinshicho Station and surrounded on all sides by roads. This paved park is a popular spot for people to meet or relax. Kinshibori Park was named after the Kinshibori Canal, part of the South Warigesui Canal, which could once be found nearby. In fact, the area's name, Kinshicho, was also derived from the canal. Once again, we apologize if we mispronounce these things.
I apologize for nothing. I'm having a great time learning.
Zach's having a great time. I'm trying my best.
Okay, so that's the surroundings. Telephone booth. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency.
A small booth containing a public telephone, most often found in parks or along roads. Local telephone calls can be placed at a rate of 10 yen per 3 minutes. More recently, telephone booths capable of accepting prepaid cards known as telephone cards have begun to spread, enabling one to make a phone call without the need for small change. The telephone booths in the downtown area tend to be plastered with unauthorized advertisements and leaflets, a problem that has shown no signs of slowing down.
So actually, now I think about it, I know that this takes place I think this game takes place in the 90s, I think. Just the fact that telephone booths exist, right? And also, this is Japan, which adopted cell phones, immediately, right? As soon as the flip phone was introduced to the world, Japan was like, yes.
Do you want to click on Culture and Society, by the way?
It's just the telephone booth one.
Oh, okay, so once you see the new... Okay.
If you see new,
gotcha.
And it'll be in that list if it's in new. But anyway, so... I do want to point out that I know that a lot of these ones are going to seem kind of silly and irrelevant, but the problem is that I won't spoil it, but later in the prologue, there was a detail that was in an article like this that I thought was completely irrelevant that ended up being quintessential to not dying.
Well, I imagine something like, if we need to make a phone call, we should know that we need 10 yen per 3 minutes,
I don't think that's actually relevant to us, unfortunately. Although I will say 10 yen
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying stuff like this. I meant
Right. But I do want to point out that, by the way, that I think it's really interesting. Because isn't 10 yen per 3 minutes 1 cent?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like 1 cent is 10 yen, I think. Also, do you want to
100
read for
yen is
me the
$1.
categories at the top?
Sure. New, all, culture slash society, 7 mysteries, phenomena slash curses, and gameplay guide.
I just really like that like 2 of the categories are just 7 mysteries and phenomena slash curses. All right, we're good. Moving on. Surroundings. So you can look up pretty high too. You can also look down a little bit. Should be one more. Yeah. That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at night. Don't spook me, you piece of shit. You think just because you're cute AF means that you're allowed to scare me? You're not.
Yikes. That was close. If we died before we got our hands on the rite of resurrection, everything would be over before it started.
Oh.
She's just so super casual about, yeah, if we died. Good, at least.
That's Yoko
yeah.
Fukunaga?
Yeah, Fukunaga. That sounds reasonable.
Good. At least I can remember that much. I first met her about a month ago. She's 23, works as a housekeeper, and is really into the occult. If I think harder, I can probably recall a little more about what's going on. We've only met a few times, but we've really hit it off. She's a lot of fun to be around. I have no idea how she feels, though. I get the sense she isn't thinking about me that way right now.
Wait, are we establishing that he kind of likes her?
Oh, absolutely. Dude, are you kidding me? Do you see this woman's face?
She's for sure cute. Because he's like, I enjoy being
guy
around
would
her.
Instantly fall for a quirky chick that's into the occult. Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I know I've got a thing for bubbly girls who are into dark things like the occult.
Okay.
Paranormal fanatic, Yoko Fukunaga.
Fukunaga. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper. Due to her ability to see things others cannot, she has received strange looks from a young age. This ability spurred an interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked a desk job at a trading company, but butted heads with her superior, who was skeptical of the supernatural, and quit within a year. Okay. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. As she vowed to live life true to herself and never change for the sake of others, Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, who has been by her side since she was a student. Ogopogo.
Ogopogo. Now, I do want to point out, how do you feel about the second sentence here?
Normally, it's like when I hear characters like this, which are you asking me if I think it's weird?
I'm asking, what do you think about it?
Okay, then I'll continue my line of thought from before. I like see characters like this a lot in like animes and mangas. Though normally the outcome of this ability usually lends itself to like 2 paths. The most common path being like they pretty much hate it because they're tormented by the things they can't see. I less see this of like them being interested in what's happening. So this is a little more interesting to me, I guess.
So my understanding is that there's more details about Yoko that we will potentially get later. I don't remember getting them in the prologue previously, but I just find it interesting because once again, I know it's kind of like an anime trope or whatever, but like for people that are not involved in the thing that is going to be happening in this game, I kind of already told you, but we haven't seen it yet in the game. Yoko appears to be outside of that, as far as I can tell. And so the fact that she is outside of whatever's going on in the game, but still has the ability to see ghosts and stuff, is very interesting to me. Because for as far as I know, this is a very like low paranormal universe, right? Because it's just Japan.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting. But anywho. Okay, time to recall. Let me think. What can I remember? Okay, her name is Yoko Fukunaga. We met about a month ago. What's the deal with this park? Sepia-tone, that's how you know it's a memory. It was around noon on one of my days off. I had just finished running some errands in Kinshicho.
Yeah, Kinshicho.
And you know what I mean, I guess Grant's not here. Maybe you would know, but I wonder because this is like a what it Romanized, I think is what they call it, right? Where it's just like phonetically spelling out.
Yeah, how
what
you
it's supposed to
pronounce
say.
it. Yeah.
I wonder if in Japanese this would be 3 characters long. Kinshicho.
Based off of like what I know about like hiragana, probably.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking that would be interesting. Anyway, Anne was here taking a quick break. I was just looking around absent-mindedly. There's people over there.
Like there may be like little things in between, because like from what I know about hiragana, ki is like a sound. The shi and then jo is, but the n, I think they would have to add like another little symbol to be the n, maybe.
I noticed
this guess
girl
what?
loitering about. She was digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seemed to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. My curiosity got the better of me before long, and I struck up a conversation.
Oh no, dear. Don't. Sometimes it's better not to be curious. Hey. I mean, she's not a bad person, but us ending up where we're at.
Hey, are you looking for something? Nice Dutch angle.
Sorry. I must look like a total weirdo. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm looking for something.
If you want, I could give you a hand.
Really? I mean, that'd be a huge help, but...
But...
Are you really just a good Samaritan? Or are you after, you know, something else?
Hey, I just want a little kiss.
Huh? I think he's after something else.
Definitely the other.
Definitely the other. Okay, I mean, not me.
In a literal sense, we are just being a good Samaritan. It's just a bonus that she's cute as fuck, you know?
Yeah, I think based off of what he says, like he develops the thing after spending
it should be
a little bit
noted,
more time with her.
This is not us, right? Obo is a different guy who's watching this on a screen.
Yeah.
Which is literally true, actually, in real life.
True. Oh, wow. My hero. People like you really do exist. I think I might cry. Okay, I guess I'll let you help me.
Could you imagine she did that, like, all sarcastic, and then it just cuts to him walking away? She's like, wait.
Oh, dear. Be warned. You might regret what you've gotten yourself into.
No worries. What are you looking for, anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something?
Exactly. I'm searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Supposedly, this is the location of the Whispering Canal.
The what?
I've done it. I bet you think I'm some kind of lunatic. The 7 mysteries of Hanjo. Do you know anything about it? I figured everyone around here would have at least heard of it, but I guess not. Hanjo is what the southern part of Sumida is called. A long time ago, this part of Tokyo was split into 2 separate cities. The northern part was Mukojima, and the southern part was Hanjo.
Huh.
Am I boring you?
Well, I'm not a local or anything. I just work around here.
Oh, then no wonder you didn't know. Well, the 7 Mysteries of Hanjo is a legend dating all the way back to the Edo period.
Man, fucking
Edo,
detailing. It's Edo, but yeah. Man, look at the fucking detailing on their hair.
The artwork's really nice, yeah.
Artwork's so good, dude! Really? It's that old? That's like over 200 years ago.
Oh, Woohoo! I've got your attention after all.
I just assumed it was one of those fake stories made up to chase the occult craze.
I don't blame you. A lot of the popular stories going around are pretty fishy.
Yoko, I need you to calmly walk away. Behind you is a low-resolution JPEG. You have to be careful, Yoko!
But the 7 mysteries of Hanjo are different, because they're all true.
They're true?
That's what I said. They're the real deal.
So, hold on. What does that mean? Are you telling me there's actually paranormal stuff at work in this park?
Yep, pretty much.
I'm sorry, do you want a burger? Fucking Maya.
But there's got to be more to it after all. After all I've done, I still haven't found a thing.
That was the first time I met Yoko Fukunaga. By the way, real ass scan of the map of the area.
Whoa.
That's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks interesting.
One of the things that people talk about a lot for the Yakuza games is that it's really interesting because most of the Yakuza games take place in like a particular region of like this fake district of this real city, but then about once per game you will go to a real district in a real city, and it's a perfect one-to-one recreation of that district. And that's one of the things that people say that's like really interesting, because like what's the place that everybody who visits Japan goes, like Akihabara or something, right?
Yeah, Akihabara. Yeah, so that's the anime.
That's where all like the anime stuff happens, you know, and like the shows and stuff. But like I want to say like Yakuza 3, which was like the really popular one before it got popular in the US. In Yakuza 3, you spend like 30 hours in Akihabara to the point where like people are like, they go to Japan for the first time and they're like, yo, I know exactly where we should go get food. You know?
That's pretty good, yeah.
And so I really like stuff like that that's so specific, you know? So something like this is very interesting to me because it's like, this is real. Like, this is a real ass thing that exists. But anywho.
Okay, a location in the southern part of modern Sumida City. It consisted mostly of swamplands until the middle of the Edo period. While it wasn't originally considered part of the city of Edo itself, the area on the eastern side of the Sumida River began to develop once the Ryogoku Bridge was built. After the Great Fire of Mereki, while Honjo is known for its large number of great rivers and canals, many of these were dug during the area's urbanization for drainage and sewage. The Ryogoku Bridge area, home to the Echo Temple, eventually became filled with both people and shops. After a magistrate was assigned to the area, and shops continued to pop up, it soon became a part of Edo proper, as its reputation as a lively place spread. Honjo, along with other areas like Asakusa and Fukukuwak, hold on, this one.
Fukukawa.
Fukukawa, okay, are still appreciated today for their old-fashioned feel and architecture. My mind just went Fukuku Hawawa.
All right, so occult craze.
Paranormal phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, ESP. The list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomenon are quick to take on a life of their own. What? Plesiosaur?
A plesiosaur.
Okay, thank you. A plesiosaur named Nessie living in Loch Ness. Sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or Hibagon.
Do you know what a Tsuchinoko is? Tsuchinoko?
Not from name.
Do you know Dunsparce?
Yes. Oh, the lucky thing?
So a Tsuchinoko is a real Japanese cryptid where it's a snake. It's a very short snake where its middle is fatter than its head or its tail. And the idea is that the only reason why this creature can live at all is because it is the physical embodiment of pure luck. Because otherwise it would die instantly because it's a useless snake, right? So the idea is that if you find this cryptid in the wild, you must be really lucky.
Okay.
I love Tsuchinoko so much, dude. I don't know what a hippobacon is, but
Hippobacon. Let me. Hippogon, the Japanese equivalent to North American Bigfoot or the Himalayan Yeti.
It's a swamp bear.
Sasquatch kind of thing, yeah. The urban legends of the Kuchisake Onna.
You know that one? Do you know that one? Do you know that one?
I don't recall that one.
Hey, guess what, Saba? You do, because you played World of Horror. It's the Scissors Woman.
Oh, it's the Scissors Woman.
Isn't that neat?
Oh, that's fun, yeah. Television reports of spoon-bending psychics, documentaries which feature mediums and spirit photography. Those are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public. There is no end to this obsession in sight, with magazines or paranormal phenomena enjoying widespread publication. Most recently, rumors of ancient ritual known as the Rite of Resurrection have been spreading in certain circles.
All right. I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to read about the super category of the 7 mysteries, or do you want to read about the Whispering Canal, which is one of the 7 mysteries?
I mean, let's start with, like, the overall and then go into specifics.
This one's a little longer, so feel free to pace yourself.
The 7 mysteries of Honjo. Honjo became known as a hotspot for strange happenings during the Edo period. A number of these stories have survived to this day and become known as the 7 mysteries of Honjo. While many of these were likely the result of people blaming things they didn't understand on spirits or monsters, the stories continue to be told as urban legends. Despite what the name would imply, there are actually more than 10 of these strange tales. Their roots likely come from stories told by the city's common folk. The most famous of the stories is the Whispering Canal, which eventually became the basis for both an idiom and a well-known Ragoku story. Rakugo.
All right. The most famous of the 7 mysteries. Fucking keep this in mind, Saba. This is not foreshadowing. Number 1, the Whispering Canal. Number 2, the Fool's Procession. Number 3, the Beckoning Light. Number 4, the Haunting Clappers. Number 5, the Evergreen Beach. Number 6, the Taiko of Sugaru. I think that's how you would say it, right? Sugaru?
Seems reasonable, yeah. Sugaru.
All right, what number
Sugaru.
was I on?
Or it could be how they pronounce Sugaru. It could be something like that
Sugaru.
instead, but I don't know.
Number 7, the Foot Washing Mansion. Number 8, the One-Sided Reed. And number 9, the Ever-Burning Lantern.
Well, you know me, I'm going to forget all of this. Unfortunately. Now, an enduring superstition, formerly known as Kinshibori, many fishermen once gathered on this section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close and the fishermen gathered up their catches, a terrifying voice would rise up from the canal whispering, "Leave it behind! Leave it behind!" Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move and their previously full baskets of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into He Canal.
Oh yeah,
never to
it is
return.
spelled wrong. Into He Canal.
Never to return. This strange phenomena continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal.
Well, there you go. That's the urban legend.
Okay, so fishermen. Can you go down a little bit? So if they don't immediately leave it behind, then like they die.
Yeah.
Okay.
We exchanged contact information, and we've talked on the phone a few times since then. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the 7 mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she'd gotten bored of it. Until today, when all of a sudden she decided to resume her search. Huh? Wait a second. Where'd Yoko go? Boom.
She's back over there.
Ah, there she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. No animal needs that much petting.
So, the bottom to the left, right, the recall button. Is that always just there? Or is that indicate that you have something to recall?
It's always there, but it will constantly change depending on what events have recently occurred.
Okay.
To the point
You mean
where
the contents of it, not like the button itself.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Sorry, the button will always be. Well, I don't know if the button's always there. I think there are certain moments where it's not there when you're supposed to be. Like if you already have an objective and your guy is supposed to be focusing on that, I don't think the recall button is there. But there have been instances that I think is really interesting where like I'll be like in the middle of talking with someone, the game like allows you to take a step back, and I hit the recall button and something that the person said made him remember something from earlier.
Oh, so it's kind of like maybe it's something you have to be aware to kind of press, kind of not like super often, but like when something
is like, huh, that's
useful.
weird. Press the recall button. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
That's right. She asked me to come here to help her look for the 7 mysteries. Actually, I think I did some research on the 7 mysteries of Hanzhou. Can't remember it all too well. I should check my files.
So
hey, guess what? We're learning about all of them now.
Amazing. So
do you wanna by the way, I'll let you finish in a second. Do you wanna do these back and forth? Because there's 9 total. I'd be willing to split these with you.
Sure, yeah, that's like
okay, what were you
4.
gonna say?
So what is like the point? Like she just wants to witness them?
She's into the occult. She wants to prove that they're real.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I'll do the first one since you did the last
one.
Okay. The Fool's Procession, an enduring superstition. A mysterious tale regaling the encounter. Wait, really? Regaling? Oh, regaling an encounter had by a daimyo. Daimyo? What the fuck is that?
A daimyo seems seems reasonable.
At his residence in Hanzhou's Ushijima, now Komogata High School. Okay. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like that of a kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one neared the Warigetsui Canal, the Waluigi Canal. The source of the sound was never located. This story is also known as the procession of the Tanuki, as many were of the belief that it must have been the mischievous tricksters behind it all.
It's like a band that people can't find.
It's something producing music that people can't find. I like the idea of it being a Tanuki that's doing it, but yeah. All right, your turn.
Okay, the beckoning light and enduring superstition. While walking along the road near Hoonji?
Hoonji.
I don't know what that. I've never seen the little
apostrophe
mark. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a pause in the thing, so it'd be Hoonji.
Hoonji. Okay. At night, one might spot a hazy lantern light up ahead, despite there being no one around. Following it will cause it to go out suddenly when getting near. But just when one fears the darkness might swallow them up, another light will appear further ahead, as if guiding the one who sees it. Some say the flame is benevolent, leading people to their homes, while others believe it's a monster leading people astray. Some even believe it's the vengeful spirit of someone that died, luring the lost to the land of the dead. Okay, so it's a lantern that lights up to go somewhere. We just don't know whether or not it's good or bad.
Interesting. The Haunting Clappers, an enduring superstition. As the evening bell rings in Iricho, near present-day Shumoku Bridge. A night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again, clack, clack. The echo answers again. But no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from a spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire.
So the sound of clappers.
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, these are just like little urban legends, right? It's not
Yeah.
necessarily like, oh, there's Bigfoot here. It's just like, oh, there's like weird ghosts.
Okay. The Evergreen Beach.
It's a type of tree.
Yes. An enduring superstition. Once upon a time in northern Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the Beach Residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the Evergreen Beech. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This has led people to say that the strangest part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all.
I think that one's actually really neat, right? Like the idea
that
of it
people
being like,
didn't understand evergreens.
Yeah, they didn't
evergreens
realize that it was an evergreen tree, but then the fact that that was interesting persevered.
That's funny.
The Taiko of Sugaru. It's a drum.
Oh, yeah, taiko drum.
Yeah, just like Taiko Drum Master. Dun dun dun. An enduring superstition. There once was a daimyo from the Hirosaki domain of Sugaru who built a residence in Midoricho. Midoricho, yes. On a large piece of land. On this estate was an almost 8-meter tall tower that served as a lookout for fires. Only a designated firefighter was allowed to use the large drum that resided atop the tower in the event of a fire. While most towers use wooden blocks to sound the fire alarm, for some reason this residence was permitted to use drums. The residence and its special privileges led to much speculation and gossip among the townsfolk.
So, what is it about this, I guess? There's just a tower that uses a drum instead of, like, whatever the other things are?
Yeah, because I remember this one being interesting, because, I mean, the Evergreen Beach also doesn't really have anything that matters, right? Because it's not like, because they're not, like, the Evergreen Beach...
Yeah, but it's like, people first were like, oh, this tree's not falling any leaves, so that's why it's weird.
So
I'm like, what's weird about this?
The thing that's unique about this one is that historically it would be wooden blocks instead of a drum, but for whatever reason, this particular place was allowed to use a drum, which sounds more like an political like machination as opposed to something mystical, but it's still worth noting, I guess.
The Foot-Washing Mansion. An enduring superstition. This is the story of something that occurred in the dead of night in a residence in Mikashacho, modern-day South Warigasui Street in Kamezawa. A foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot drenched in blood smashed through the ceiling. "Wash!" it commanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, it returned from whence it came, fixing the roof it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing.
Now that one's weird.
That one's weird. So it appeared out of nowhere, came every night.
Blood-soaked foot smashed through the ceiling, said, "Fucking clean me," and then if they did, it would rise back up, fix the ceiling, and everything would be normal.
So, and it came back every day until he's like, "Yo, bro, want to switch houses?"
Until he was like, "Hey, trade houses," and then it never came back.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know,
weird.
dude. The One-Sided Reed. This one's really sad. An enduring superstition. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo. Tomezo?
Tomezo? I don't know.
Tomezo, who fell for a woman named Okoma. Tomezo persistently chased after Okoma, attempting to win her heart over and over again. But she rejected his advances every time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to the canal near Ryogokugugu Bridge and attacked Okoma. He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along that canal have only sprouted leaves on one side.
Now that seems to be like definitely more of like a, this is weird. Why are the reeds doing that, you know?
Like that, like this one I find really interesting because it's like, oh, hey, that's really weird that, you know, like in real life, that's probably what the people did. They were like, why are all the reeds only growing on one side? And then somebody was like, when it was a better woman who got fucking dismembered. You know? All right.
Yeah. Last one, the ever-burning lantern. An enduring superstition. On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a soba cart. Sorry, I saw the cat and I'm like, soba cart. Along the canal known as South Warigesui. But there is something strange about this cart. No matter when one might visit, the owner is nowhere to be found. Yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there is also the tale of the never-burning lantern, another telling of this story in which the soba cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit.
There you go.
So there's an ever-burning and also never-burning.
By the way, is that... That's kind of weird. There's no 1, and we are missing 21. I'm assuming this 21? Is the Rite of Resurrection or something. Or maybe that'd be Phenomena / Curses. Oh, never mind. We have none. Okay, that's comforting. Jeez, she's still at it. Jeez, she's still at it. Jeez.
She's still at it. Anything new with surroundings?
According to Yoko, the Whispering Canal is one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. The Whispering Canal, one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story that the expression left at the canal originally comes from. Apparently a Japanese-like phrase that we do not know. I think I left myself a note about it. I should check my files.
Look that up.
Did we already check that? Yeah, we did.
Is that a thing?
It's her.
Okay. If this is it? I don't know if this is Haunted Canal.
I hate this because what if there's like a person? Oh wait, she's coming back this way.
Nothing really pops up about the saying. But when I looked it up, there was one thing that came up with like water goblin, maybe something I think akin to like a kappa, but it said legend about a haunted canal that became a Japanese idiom. So maybe that's what that is. Hey, what was that just now?
Huh?
Didn't you hear that? Did we hear anything?
I'm here to tell you, they do actually play fucked up audio in this game. So I don't know, we might have been talking over it.
You go. It's your character.
Taba, we're playing. You can't fucking do that.
I didn't hear anything.
Coward.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, what do you think?
I didn't hear anything.
I mean, I don't want to say you're hearing things. That seems so dismissive.
That does seem kind of rude. Yeah, I'm okay. Let's do the first one. I guess we'll be a little nicer about it.
I did feel like I heard something. Not too sure though.
That was creepy. But your special talent. You should have been able to hear it. Pay closer attention for me, okay? Okay, what do we mean by special talent?
My special talent? What are you talking about?
I mean your spirit sense. You look like you can handle your liquor.
What the fuck are you... Oh, spirit sense.
But, like, what does handling liquor have to...
Spirits as in liquor.
Okay, your spirit. Okay.
Huh? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so.
Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yoko, what's happening, Yoko? Okay.
Shogo okay. 1 a.m.
Does that mean you're just in this park with like no one around you talking to like air?
My ghost girlfriend can't possibly be this cute.
Oh my god.
I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless, no, it can't be. Did you see her eyes? Am I crazy? Was that real or am I going nuts?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I could have swore that as we were leaving that like dialogue thing, she looked directly at my mouse and then quickly snapped her eyes back to the normal position.
Oh. Ooh. No?
I didn't see it that time. All right, well, let's talk to her. Wait. You're kidding, right?
About what?
I mean, just now, it kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you.
Of course, that was a joke. Duh, you don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you?
Well...
I mean...
Actually...
Yeah.
That's actually kind of interesting.
But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp, seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with this 7 Mysteries of Honjo business.
Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff?
Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule.
Will you stop being weird? Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails?
Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. You have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right?
Weird stuff?
Getting really close. Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand.
You can't be serious. I don't want to turn around. I'm scared. Oh! There's so much dialogue! It's gotten late. Really late, actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself.
Emergency.
Alright, I guess we just go through all of them?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me that they really exist?
I mean, you're talking to someone who's into this. Clearly she's gonna say yes. You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful.
So, even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist?
That's right, the spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you properly tune in to it. Close enough, whatever. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment thinking they might see something, and then they really do, because they believed they would.
Is that how that works?
That is a weird angle we were at like a second ago. Just like drinking, you'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots.
I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing.
You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth. But she's still talking about it.
But she's still talking.
And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet.
You can't be serious. Totally unrelated. But do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean?
Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk.
Bitch, I'm freaking out. It's 1 a.m. and you're spooky as shit, alright? Let me make small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up.
Oh, I see. If you really want to know.
No, my name's Obo.
Oh. I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule.
Really now?
I just thought it sounded cool. I'd like to try it, though.
Why don't we go for a drink sometime, then?
Oh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right?
No, that's not what I meant.
Kidding. Yeah, I'll be up for that. I'd be up for that. Ooh. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries.
All right, then, let's get to work. I just remembered. I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Hanzhou at the library.
You did? What did you find?
Well, I discovered a few interesting things.
Oh, tell me everything.
7 mysteries? Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them.
Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years.
That's more extra stories than main ones. That's true! I guess it's 7, but there could be up to 15.
Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15.
If you say so.
But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember.
Ah, that's a good point. So, I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories.
It's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix.
Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here at the Whispering Canal.
Like the one we're at.
Yes, exactly. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice calling out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it.
Right.
Man, it's so convenient. Like, remember when we were playing Ace Attorney and I was saying, man, I wish that the nameplates had colors.
Recolored.
So that way you could recognize when it was your turn to do reading, you know? And this one does.
There you go.
Anyway, is that what you're expecting to find here in this park?
Quite.
Hey, Sab, would you mind
We're
double
talking about-
checking your input sensitivity on Discord? Because the first, couple seconds whenever you talk keeps getting cut off.
Sure, I can lower it a little bit. I may have to close my window too. Somebody's playing music outside. Which I don't like. I don't want to have to hear it. Okay. I'm gonna move this down. By 5. Okay, this should be better. Okay, we're talking about a folk tale from hundreds of years ago. Centuries of the telephone game. Who knows if it's anything like the original story?
So basically, you think that the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we have now, or for what we know now?
Exactly. I'm sure of it. Aren't you curious?
About what?
People from around here have that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. Oh. How would you use that in a sentence, then? Or is it just like... I guess you just say it. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind.
Now that you mention it, that is true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Ah, gotcha.
That's like a very smarty-pantsy, thing to think.
Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection?
Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shoko.
Don't call me that. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh?
So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it.
Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. Seems a little too far-fetched to be true.
So, the rite of resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age.
It's like a priest/mage, by the way.
Okay.
Like at the same time.
Okay. Rumor has it, an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Araishi at an academic conference.
You sure know a lot about this stuff.
That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff.
Secretly? I kinda got that.
Oh.
Oh my god! Yum! This is shit, I'm sorry, Yoko! But can I take a picture of your face? But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact.
Exactly. That's why I believe the rite of resurrection is real.
Now I'm starting to believe it too.
Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Araishi himself. As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by a once famous onmyoji. Local researcher Hideki Araishi recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. Now, just because someone does something at an academic conference doesn't mean that the content itself of the whatever it is real. It's more like,
It is true.
if you find a historical artifact, you're more just revealing that this existed and this is what X people believed.
I don't trust
So,
this.
You don't trust what?
I don't trust these files. Because on the previous page, there's no 1, and then it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right?
Yeah.
Which would be the 9. The 9, what do you call it? Mysteries. I thought 21 might be the rite of resurrection.
Oh, but we learned about that, and
But we
it's
learned
not,
about that, and that's
yeah.
number 12 of the phenomena/curses. So this one started at 2, this one starts at 12, and then I was like, okay, well maybe 21 shows here, because it's like 11, right? 11 and then 12? So I was like, oh, maybe that's how that works.
So this 20,
except 21 is
there
here,
is 221.
and 21 is also here. So okay, so it's like, okay, so these are truly 2 independent lists, but the fact that it's skipping numbers around, because like this one skips 12 through 20, which is suspicious in of itself. How many is that? 12 through 20? It'd be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's another 9, by the way.
Oh, that's another 9?
That's another 9. So it's probably like additional details about these things. But then this one, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, skip to 38.
38 to 40.
Right? So 20,
Oh,
so 39
wow.
isn't there. And then 21 to 38 is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. That's 16 that it skips over. I'm suspicious.
I mean,
And also fucking this thing keeps fucking with me.
Yes.
It makes me so mad. Wait, hang on. I got another question.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I genuinely heard nothing.
I understand. It's hard to do these. I don't even know if it'll catch it, even if I do it. HM.
HM. You mentioned the rite of resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Hanjo?
Ooh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you.
A little fucked up, but sure.
To tell you the truth, it's actually the other way around.
What do you mean?
Well, I started off searching for the rite of resurrection. But along the way, I realized that I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Hanjo first.
I see. So then, why are you looking for the rite, or was this got to do with the 7 mysteries? That's both of these are interesting questions.
Yeah. I don't know if she'll like tell, because the top one she could just be like, well, I'm just because I'm an occult nerd,
right? Because she could just be curious.
Yeah, but the bottom one's more like, so what? Why are these things tied together?
So about the connection between this rite and the 7 mysteries, putting together everything we talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the rite of resurrection.
So what do we mean by finding this rite of resurrection? Because there's already a manuscript, right? So like,
well,
and they've already found it.
It's a part of a manuscript that describes the basics of how to do the rite of resurrection. It's not actually because a rite is just a ritual. So it's how do you do this ritual, and that's what they're trying to figure out. The manuscript that they talked about with like the professor guy who talked about it or whatever, that was just like a piece of ancient documentation that was talking about it, not how to do it.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right?
Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant.
Thank you, Maya. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Thank you, Phoenix.
Anyway, this is all just heresy. Heresy? Heresy's? Word
Hearsay.
that I don't use common. Here, there you go. Thank you. Hearsay. Some say that what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself.
When at this angle, when she was talking, she was like eating the words. She was like, nom, 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 nom. Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that.
Then that an Onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art.
Are you sure you lowered your input sensitivity and didn't raise it?
I definitely lowered it.
Okay, the only reason I bring this up is because I didn't hear you say anything until you repronounced Onmyoji the second time.
I'm not sure.
Oh well,
You could do it even more, but
I don't know if that's necessarily gonna fix the problem. I think it might just be like a weird Discord thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called The Record of Fates.
Whoa, what a name.
And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Hanjo. Oh, the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend.
Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable.
And remember when I said about the pursuit of the unknown?
It starts with belief, right?
Even more.
An old manuscript from the Edo period written by a sorcerer who recovered the rites of resurrection. It is viewed as a priceless and authentic document due to its detailed account of how to perform the ritual. There you go.
Nice.
Why are you
can ask
looking
both.
through the book? So if you're looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you got someone you want to bring back?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Saba.
Uh-huh.
I want you to give me a guess. Who do you think Yoko wants to bring back?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, usually it's like family members first.
What if I told you that you already know their name?
You're telling us it's like us?
Okay.
Because we're dead?
You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. Didn't mean to pry. Sorry. Stop looking at me.
Looking at you. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. Oh, it's her dog?
Her dog died.
It's Ogopogo. Oh, that's what you said. we know the name.
Because you already knew his name.
That is true, but normally we would think of like people, right? Not like animals, but yeah, this makes sense.
Ogo?
Yeah, I want to bring Ogo Pogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago.
Ogo Pogo died?
Oh, wait, Ogo Pogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years.
Ah, okay. Your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the right even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Do you think she would sacrifice someone else to resurrect her dog?
How interesting.
You said that with such like deadpan, like Saba, that's you way. Wow.
Well, because it's like, because they asked, right? They asked the thing of like the 4 different things of like, I would sacrifice myself, I would sacrifice someone else, I would do it at no cost, and I would do it, or I don't want it, give it to someone else. I think that every character is built around one of those responses in the game.
Okay, so she's gonna kill us so she can bring back her dog.
Well, it might be her, it might not be her, I don't know. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about.
But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously.
Yoko. I'll do everything I can to help
you. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah?
Oh! Whoa!
Jesus Christ.
What the hell? Feels like the air just changed.
I mean, I thought our head was yanked back.
Think. What was that just now? Oh, I know what happens here, and I'm really scared.
Okay, I guess. No, she's pointing.
This got Yoko really rattled.
She's pointing behind us.
I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me.
No, this can't be. No, no! Okay, this is a lot of screaming.
Yoko!
This
Yoko! It's fucking freaking out, dude. Oh, so I don't want to turn around. What if we just stay here forever?
What if we died because of that? Oh.
There's nothing there. What are you talking about?
Remember, she said she could see things, right?
Garbage on the ground. Does that count? Something in the sky?
Just that the air changed, so I guess we can hear or like feel something. We can feel the alcohol in the air.
Persons of interest. Oh, these are the profiles.
Okay, you said you clearly know what we gotta do.
What do you mean? Yoko's
Push?
pointing over there.
Push?
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Still, she looks really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it. Did I miss it?
What's that push?
Huh? What are you talking about, Saba?
You...
What?
I know you played this already, so
What?
like, stop being coy with me.
Maybe there's something there that I can't see?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, Saba.
Yeah, I don't get it either. You're right. It's true.
Oh man, I know what I need to do, and I don't want to do it. It's really upsetting.
Okay, I guess this is where we end the game, guys. Sorry, we can't do it.
After one stream, not even. Okay, well.
I mean, I guess if we don't believe about it, you know?
Unfortunately, the game does not progress unless I hit this button.
Okay, well.
I don't get this. What's
We're
going on?
slowly
Did something
going
happen?
up. We're slowly going up. Yoko's god replaced by a demon. Okay, well, I mean, somewhat close to demonish, you know? The way kids, okay? This is not suitable.
What is it? What's this happening?
Are we? Did we push too hard? I wonder if she heard the thing where it's like put it back or whatever, or she heard something and she didn't do it.
Well, kinda. I don't know if that necessarily. What the fuck is wrong with your face? Yoko, answer me, Yoko. No way. It can't be. Why? Why?
Why? I'd be asking what the heck is happening.
Gotta calm down. Calm down, damn it. You don't know why? You don't know she's dead. You're not a doctor. It's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, rolled out what? I mean, we should probably... Oh.
That got me.
I got you? Oh.
I forgot that happened. What the hell just happened?
I was more thinking about, like, slapping her, being like, wake up!
Zaba, this is, by the way, this is water coming out of her lungs and eyes.
Yeah, I assume, based off what you said before.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Everything's gonna be okay. God, she's not breathing. She's cold. I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening.
Sir, chest compressions.
An ambulance. Right. I gotta call an ambulance. I need a phone. No, I didn't. Jesus. My guy is fucking freaking out. I gotta call an ambulance.
3 little dials. Right?
I called it in. The ambulance shouldn't be long.
Shouldn't you, like... I don't know.
But is it gonna make a difference? Her body's
Put her
got
down?
stiff and her skin's cold. I don't think she's breathing. She looks more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago, we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. How did this happen?
I mean, I guess my guy can't think about to do, like, chest compressions and stuff like that. I guess he's like, it's already too late.
Hey, man.
Okay.
I do want to bring up... Now, we have
Not
a reason
everyone
to
knows.
do the Rite of Resurrection.
Yeah.
How could someone so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? It's a rector. Huh? Oh, that's right. If the Rite of Resurrection she was talking about really does exist, there might be a way to bring her back. If someone can just drop dead out of nowhere, like they were cursed, then why shouldn't there be a way to bring them back to life?
Buddy, this isn't one of those things that, like, you know,
Sal,
you just kind of look at some stuff. This isn't one of those things where you just kind of look at some books and, like, you're like, oh, I found you just say this oogity boogity thing and then she'll be back. No, this is something where you're probably going to go through hell and back. Brother, don't do it. Just don't do it, brother.
You don't realize
it's too much.
Yoko believed in it, so if I believe in her, it seems completely possible. Maybe. Just maybe.
God.
I can still save her. Even if I gotta deal with spirit senses and curses and whatever, I've gotta try.
And alcohol.
Wait for me, Yoko, I promise. I'll use the Rite of Resurrection to bring you back.
But first, sleep time.
Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. And it seemed like she saw something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on, and maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned that the Rite of Resurrection and 7 mysteries were connected, so maybe whatever it is she saw had something to do with the Whispering Canal, Whoa!
Uh-huh.
Damn it, that presence again. Must be around here somewhere. But where?
Yes. Let's go try to look for it. There's little black stuff. I see it. On the floor. To the left. Rawr.
Of course. I don't know how it took me so long to realize. This is some weird
It's just some
prank she's
weird
playing.
prank.
Any second now, she's going to open up her eyes, get up, and have a
yes,
good
the
laugh at
shock
how
is setting
scared I
in.
was. Right, Yoko? You can give it up now. Boy, did I fall for that one. You really got me good, Yoko. Wait, no, I've got it. You really were some sort of spirit all along. There's no way you're really dead, right?
Well, she definitely be a spirit now, you know.
I'm not even fooling myself anymore. There's no going back, only forward, like a shark. I'm sorry,
Like a
what were you saying, Saba? What was interesting?
I don't know. I don't think I see anything, Zach.
Maybe it's this?
I'm not sure.
Huh? Something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this?
Wait. Definitely not. Okay, well, you know.
I didn't notice it until now, but there's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall, so it's quite small. It looks like it could be used as a keychain. But
You think she was looking
for
at this?
how rotted it was, it's way too old for that.
Maybe this is what she was looking for.
Despite how tiny it is, I feel an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing?
Okay, good.
We acquired
Did
a
you touch
cursed
it?
stone!
Why would you pick it up?
We don't know what it is. Well,
Oh, she's
guess
back.
what, Sawa? We're fucked. What the?
Just throw it at the...
Help me, please. Are these Whispering Canal's memories?
You gotta throw it into the...
Such a deep sorrow.
Water.
A resentful memory. You definitely do not throw this away, by the way. Such a deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Kill them! Those who walk away. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you. Press the Use Curse button to kill your targets as they attempt to depart.
I guess this isn't killing us?
The murder...
Oh,
no,
dang.
we have now taken on the curse because we picked up the Cursed Stone. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar.
It's like, lady, you need to calm down, child, okay?
Yeah. And you hear it, Curse Bearer? You, who so strongly desires the right.
I don't know if we need strongly desire... Okay, well.
Should you seek life's restoration,
Yeah, kill more.
take your curse in hand. Reap lies by the score.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, this doesn't
And
seem worth
claim
it.
their soul dregs for your own.
To save one person, you gotta kill like 500
Collect
men,
enough
yeah.
to sate this vessel. And by their sacrifice, claim the gift of resurrection.
Doesn't
Or
seem,
better yet, slay your fellow curse bearers. For theirs are equal of droves of lesser souls. Now, go forth and kill.
Dang, they're really...
All right,
Killing
welcome.
seems to be, I guess,
Whispering Canal. Blah, 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 blah.
okay.
Yeah, curse power. Here we go.
Oh,
Curse power.
Curse
Killed by
power.
drowning one who leaves the curse bearer behind. The resentful memory. Feel free to take it away.
sure. Toki loved fishing with her father, Jinkichi, more than anything. With their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. The miso super mother Koma made using the carp they caught was to die for. Her parents loved her dearly. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Those who came to express their concern eventually stopped. visiting her out of fear. Toki continued to wait all alone. Mother, father, where did you go? Don't leave me behind. Unable to bear the loneliness, she left her home and trudged along the road until night fell. Neither her mother nor father were anywhere to be found. Tears stung her eyes. Suddenly, the sound of fish splashing in the water cut through the silence. She found herself standing before the canal where they used to fish together. The taste of carp and the memory of her father's smile flashed across her mind. Without thinking, Toki walked into the moat. The sound of water splashing echoed throughout the night air. Passerby thought of it only as a fish in the canal. The splashing faded and silence returned to the lonely night. Well, that's depressing.
So, this proves that Yoko was right. There was an original story that got mutated over the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years or whatever into what we do now. So this is what left at the canal means. Once again, I'm not familiar with the actual phrasing, but in the context of the game, it's like ghosting somebody, right? Where it's just like you left them at the canal, you just completely left without any indication of where or why or how you left. So.
Oh, so you would say, oh, she was left at the canal.
Or yes, or you left them at the canal.
Or some. Yeah, okay.